Good evening and welcome. After a week off, thanks to Helene, we are back. Full slate of games. He is Webb, I am Scott, and we are in region play right now.
Ashley Ridge is 4-1, playing really good football, hosting Fort Dorchester, a team coming off an absolute drubbing at the hands of White Knoll, but Ashley Ridge hasn't beaten the Patriots in a decade.
Yeah, let's head out to Flowertown for this one. And Neve Patu gets the quick touchdown catch from Trevor Kalish. And quickly, Ashley Ridge is up on Fort Dorchester. More Kalish to Braden Amerson this time. That is good, and Ashley Ridge is looking good. They go up 19-6, but back comes the Fort in a big way. Ryan Campbell, outstanding, so fast, so slippery, touchdown run for him. And then the big one, Ryan Campbell fields the punt at about the 10-yard line, and he is off to the races. You are not stopping that guy. 90 yards, and he is in the end zone. Pretty stuff right there. This one is a ridiculously tight ball game, but late Bam Deweese ices it, takes the snap, and scores it. Ashley Ridge beats Fort Dorchester tonight, 48-35 the final. Tremendous TV win for the Swamp Foxes.
Well, I imagine if you're watching it at home tonight, you didn't want to take your eyes off the TV because there's a lot of big plays and it happened on both sides of the ball. Really proud of our guys for playing 4 full quarters. Of course, it was something we needed to do, and big win for our program.
Coach, you led at halftime, but you also sealed the win. What did you see in your team in the second half to be able to hold on to that lead?
Well, honestly, I think it was just a great desire to finish and try to come out on top because, as he just mentioned, it's been a while since we've beaten Fort Dorchester, and I think the guys really had a great desire to win the ball game, and so they made the plays that they had to make, and really proud of them. I'm glad that everybody had a part in helping us get this victory tonight.
Well, no question about it. Wando is much improved under Ike Perrin, 3-2 on the year. Just a much more solid team. Goose Creek has been very much up and down this year, coming off a tough one against Somerville. The Gators with 6 straight wins over the Warriors. Goose Creek looking to make that 7 straight. They're up 14-0 in the third quarter. Kamani Clary looking to add to the lead, but the deep pass is going to be picked off by the Warriors. And that would start the Warriors on a little run here. The Gators tough on D up to this point, but the Warriors get the offense going. Wando's Harris Stone to David Vinard for a big first down. And then eventually it's going to be 4th down and 10 for the Warriors from the 10. And Stone hits the big fella, Cole Fletcher, for the touchdown. The extra point is blocked, 14-6 Goose Creek. How big was that extra point? Because Goose Creek hangs on to win it, 21-20.
Donnie Kiefer and West Ashley hosting their rivals from James Island tonight. Let's head over to West Ashley for this one. West Ashley driving late in the first half, tied at 3 apiece. Zamari Campbell, big first down on the 10-yard line. West Ashley going to go for the end zone, but the pass is intercepted by Jasavion Brown. We go to the half tied at 3 apiece. What a low-scoring affair west of the Ashley River tonight. Second half now, James Island. Big strike here. Connor Dantzler to DJ Wright. Long pass play, great field position, sets up great Dangerfield, field goal for him, big leg on Dangerfield. But how about this? At 6-3, James Island, West Ashley comes back and they win it 10-6, the final score.
Another big low country rivalry, Berkeley hosting Stratford. Quarterback battle between Stratford's Jakin Davis and Berkeley's Henry Rivers. Rivers there for the first down to keep the drive alive for the Stags. And then 2 plays later, same Rivers run. This one results in a touchdown. The 2-point conversion gives the Stags an 8-0 lead. Warriors on the move, however. Davis with the completion, but the Stags come up with the big stick there. That kind of hit will win you the Stag hammer, indeed, right there. And then Stratford would not be deterred, however. This big mass of humanity has Jakin Davis in the middle of it. He's pushed into the end zone, but the 2-point try was no good. 8-6 Berkeley on top, and Berkeley hangs on to win it 30-22.
All right, let's talk a little bit of football now in Somerville. Frankly, it's not the most fair game, and you have to feel for Stahl a bit. It's a winless team going up against arguably the best in the state, the Somerville Green Wave. Last time Stahl beat them, 1991. But frankly, you have to admire the courage of the Warriors to come out and play the 5A schedule that they are playing. Unbelievable. So we head out to Somerville, to Memorial Stadium, and shaking hands and looking good. Warriors with their second early turnover right here. It's a bobbled pass, and it's picked by the Green Wave's defensive lineman, Nicholas Lincoln, right there. The Green Wave score their first touchdown. It's a short touchdown run into the end zone by Javian Williams. It's 7-0 Somerville on top. Another Green Wave touchdown. How about the Zavarian Jenkins catch and score? That's some extra yardage right there after the catch, and it's 14-0 Somerville, and they go on to crush Stahl tonight. A 77-6 is the final score.
Cane Bay and Lucy Beckham tonight as the Bengals rush onto the field to get this one underway. And the Bengals offense looking to strike early. Chalmers Ballard on the quarterback keeper, finds a crease up the middle and runs up the gut for the quick score. Beckham up 7-0 early. And then the Bengals back on offense again. Ballard looking to pass this time, finds Trevor Reynolds on the slant. He's got some blocking help, and he's going to take it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. And from there, no problem. Ballard with the keeper again, looking for the end zone. He'll have to take it into the air. A little bit of gymnastics there, but he gets the score. Cane Bay, however, looking to come back in this one with some life on offense. Colby LaRocca connecting with Griffin Byers for the big first down pass play. And then LaRocca would cap off the drive here with a quarterback sneak for the touchdown, 14-7. The Bengals still on top, but Beckham not done in the first half. Ballard up the gut again, carrying for another Bengals first down. And then at the goal line, they're going to give it to Tymer Garris in the end zone for the third Beckham score of the half. That made it 21-7, and Lucy Beckham goes on to win it 30-22.
Stay with us. Much more coming up after the break. All right, do we have that Oceanside Hanahan game in?
Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
Welcome back, everybody. If I've got to vote for Coach of the Year, and I don't even know if there is that award, but if there was, and if I had one right now, I'd have to give it to Bishop England's Logan Hall. What a run it's been for him. Another quality win a week ago against Woodland. 4-1 to start his career on Daniel Island. So let's head over there. They have a commanding 21-0 lead to start the second half on Hilton Head. Would it be enough? Hilton Head's Troy Timko slides over into the Wildcat, takes it around right tackle, and fights his way hard to pick up the first down. Timko again on the goal line, on the give up the middle, and he picks up the score to cut the lead. They are on the board. The Island looking to capitalize on the momentum. Hilton Head Island, I should say, because Bishop England is located on Daniel Island, but Bishop England's Vincenze Robayo spies the pass, makes the big pick, and he's got some room to return it. I've got some room to work on my Italian accent there, and Bishop England, their offense is back in business, but it would be the Battling Bishops defense doing the work in the second half. Hilton Head working the passing game again. This time, Ranazuski is putting it in the hands of Bishop England's Kitchen for another turnover. Bishop England, they win it. Nice win, 21-7 is the final score.
Well, let's take a look at Woodland and Philip Simmons. The Woodland Wolverines certainly in the winning spirit. Big defense, however, by Philip Simmons. Iron Horse to force a turnover on downs. And then the next play, they would make them pay. Tavian Drillana with the long toss to Colton Kellerman for the touchdown. 15-7 Philip Simmons in the third quarter. The Wolverines, however, would get on the board. Quarterback Trayvon Tates over the middle pass. Nice catch there by Jaquise Sally. Runs it in for the score. 15-13. Iron Horses maintain the lead. They go on to win it 22-16 over Woodland.
What a catch that was. Academic Magnet and Andrews meeting up in North Charleston tonight. All Andrews in this one. It's already 42-0. Andrews with a sack right here for big-time yardage. They are all over Academic Magnet. Ac-Mag trying to get something going offensively. Sam DiBallo for the first down. Badialo, I should say, for the first down. Later, Campbell Staclosa with a big first down scramble, but all Andrews tonight. They win this one 42-6, the final, over Academic Magnet.
Meanwhile, the Timberland Wolves making the long trip downtown tonight to play Burke. The Bulldogs finally back on the field after their scuffle on the field against Hemingway forced them to forfeit a game before their bye week. Over to Stony Field for this one, and Timberland bringing the boom right here. Nice hit there by Jakari Simmons. Nicely done. And then Timberland is going to go deep after this kickoff here. And then, well, yep, there we go. I see a touchdown. Carter Hawkins, all Timberland all the time tonight, 53-6 over Burke.
Out to Hollywood. Baptist Hill hosting Military Magnet tonight. There are the Bobcats, and it is Military Magnet that strikes first on their first drive of the night. Troy Hamilton, slippery to the house. Nicely done. Milmag is up on Baptist Hill, but Baptist Hill shoots right back. Jonquez Henderson to Jaden Douglas for the first down here. And then check out Henderson to Douglas again. This is up there for catch of the night as well. Look at this. He bobbles it, and keeps his eye on it, snags it. That is a beauty right there. And I also want to thank the folks over at Baptist Hill High School. What a great honor this was tonight. They honored me for years of covering Baptist Hill. I really appreciated it. It was a beautiful ceremony. Can't thank Marion Brown, the Bobcats community enough. The community of Hollywood has always embraced me, and so certainly will treasure that and put it in my office to hang up for the time to come. So really cool stuff. It was a really nice night to be out in Hollywood tonight. Thanks so much for that honor. We'll be back right after the break. Area. Ty Washington, that's a touchdown for Northwood right there. Look at the catch and the moves. That is pretty right there. Gotta like that. Then it is Keyshawn Singleton showing they can run the ball as well. Man, are the Chargers good this year. Johnny Waters just comes in and wins. It's all he does. There's that touchdown. And then they get the defense. We show you the pass, we show you the run, and we get the defense. MJ Davis with the interception right here. That is a pick six. He is off to the races. All Northwood all the time. 49-31 the final score. Over to James Island tonight. JP2 at First Baptist tonight. Thanks for Graham Haley getting us some highlights in the rain on your cell phone. Well done. Marie Gibbs, short touchdown run. First Baptist is up 13-2. More in the third quarter. Tanner Swisher going to go to the air. This time he will find Rankin Davis, and that's a touchdown. Makes it 27-16. And First Baptist, nice win tonight. 41-22 the final score.
And we've got more scores for you. Pinewood Prep all over Wilson Hall, 49-7. May River over Colleton County, 42-6. And we had some technical difficulties with our Oceanside Hanahan video, but Oceanside wins this one easily, 49-7.
Yeah, if we get that video in-house, we'll get it up online for you. We had some technical difficulties getting it from our photographer, but you know, I think that's the first one all year we've missed, so I'll take that. Yeah. We'll try to get it online for you to see those highlights. But there were a lot of Oceanside highlights, I promise you that. We'll have much more coming up after the break.
This is Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
Welcome back, everybody. What a packed slate of college football we've got tomorrow. SC State, they are making an interesting trip to Cookeville, Tennessee, taking on Tennessee Tech at 1:30. Didn't you used to go there for like high school championship games?
Oh, yeah. Back in when I was in Chattanooga. Yeah, they had them there for a few years.
There you go. Furman, that is an interesting rivalry game at the Citadel. These two do not like each other, never have. 2 o'clock, they will meet down at Johnson Haygood Stadium. The interesting game between Ole Miss and South Carolina. It's that weird thing where Ole Miss got beat by Kentucky and South Carolina hammered Kentucky. You kind of got to wonder, how does that all fit together? Western Illinois, they've never played Charleston Southern. They also haven't won a Division I game since 2021. So that one should be a Charleston Southern win. And then Clemson FSU, but no DJU in that ball game tomorrow night down in Tallahassee.